Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing Sports. And boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. So let's get into it, man. Dillian Whyte. So, I don't know what to say about this guy, but I want to give my 2 cents on him, man. There's a lot of people saying that they feel Dillian Whyte is being disrespected by Frank Warren, by the Tyson Fury camp. And to be honest with you, at some point with these fighters, especially a guy like Dillian Whyte, you gotta stop complaining, stop crying about everything. Okay, you just have to stop. He's been, and I can understand his frustration with some things, but at the end of the day, he's getting a chance to finally fight for the WBC title. He's been mandatory for quite some time, and boxing politics plays a role, and not many people really want him to be a representative or an ambassador for the WBC title, WBA, or anything else. I mean, he doesn't have the right attitude. Look at this picture of him. That's how he's always angry. He's always, just he'll say anything. He's just not a good good example. He's not the kind of guy you want, kind of championing whatever it is that you're pushing underneath your belt. So I just personally think that he needs to get over whatever his frustrations are, man, and just be glad he's getting an opportunity. Because this man is guaranteed $7 million for a fight with Fury. Most money he's ever made. Remember, he missed that opportunity to get a $5 million payday against Joshua for, 4 belts. You guys remember when Big Baby Miller fell out because he was on all those damn drugs, all those damn performance-enhancing drugs. Eddie Hearn gave Whyte. He gave Whyte the opportunity to fight Joshua for $5 million, and Whyte was like, no, he deserves more. Whyte's got in his mind that he's like a $15 million, $20 million type fighter. He is not. He's lucky to even be here, because he's gonna get hurt. Because what Povetkin did to him, Povetkin nearly, I'm surprised he in his career with that uppercut. Then he came back in the second fight. I mean, it is what it is. Povetkin, and to me, Povetkin didn't look that great. But Whyte did what he had to do. And personally, I like Whyte, but I just don't like the attitude of a lot of these fighters. And this is just something you're seeing today. A lot of these fighters don't want to go out there and really, put in that work. And then when they get the opportunity for the belt, seize the opportunity. They all want all this money now. Now remember, there was Pretty Boy Floyd before there was Money Mayweather. And I'm gonna do a video about that. I just think Floyd Mayweather's ruined it for a lot of these guys. But I think he needs a foot stomp that, hey, before Money May, there was this kid named Pretty Boy Floyd. And guys need to watch that. He took peanuts to fight De La Hoya. See, this is the thing people don't understand. He took peanuts, man. When these guys, especially this other generation, when they were coming up, them guys, they took whatever and they did their job in the ring. Once you win, it's on. Now you have the upper hand. But things have changed so much to the point now where guys like Eddie Hearn, who are, to me, he's brilliant. He'll have a guy, Joshua, go into a fight with Andy Ruiz, but Andy Ruiz has to sign a contract saying he's gonna get like 20% to fight AJ. In the rematch, he still gets 20%. And then if he wins that, then the third fight, everything goes his way. So those contracts are being set up a kind of way where I can see a person getting frustrated, but you still got to go in there and perform, man, and be glad you're getting the opportunity. What are you going to do, walk away from it? That's stupid. So with Dillian Whyte, they're talking about him they're not getting comp tickets. Now he can't have a lot of family members and people who supported him come to the fight because the tickets are too expensive for them to afford it. So that means he'd have to buy the tickets for him. Now the tickets are all sold out. Then he's supposed to get this $7 million, and there's supposed to be a $4 million or so that's left in escrow, and that's for the winner, whoever wins the fight. He feels like he should have that $4 million added on to his $7 million for over $10 million purse. He feels like there's no proof of any of his money actually being available. You know, there's all kind of stuff going back and forth, man. And the thing is, when he starts bringing these things up, it sounds like a lot of that's not in the contract. There was this video floating around there between Frank Warren and Dillian Whyte's lawyer going back and forth, and to me they both sound like jackasses in that video. So I don't know if that's just a hype to find or what, but I believe Dillian Whyte should be treated with the same amount of respect as Tyson Fury as a fighter. But he just doesn't have the charisma, doesn't have the personality, and he hasn't done what Tyson Fury's done. Yeah, everyone they put in front of Whyte to fight, he fought him. I personally didn't think he would beat Oscar Rivas. But something came out about him juicing, found out that I guess that wasn't true. But I was surprised he beat Oscar Rivas. I was surprised he hung with Parker. The Chisora fights, I thought Chisora would have gotten him out of there, but I realized in those fights that Whyte has something in that left hand. He has something. He fought that guy from Australia. I can't remember the name of the guy off the top of my head, but I remember he hit him with that left hook, and I was like, okay. But watching him fight those Chisora fights, and the perfecting, if Whyte hits him with that left hook, he's going to get him out of there. But at the same time, he hasn't done what Tyson Fury's done. And he's going to just have to stop the complaining, accept his role, and take the 80-20 split and get over it. You know, he has to get over it. He's very lucky that, Frank Warren and Bob Arum teamed up and came up with this, the $41 million, man, to put this fight on. So he's lucky. He's getting more money than he would have got if Eddie Hearn would have won, because Eddie Hearn's all about lowballing. Eddie Hearn's a smart businessman. He's going to pay his fighters good, but they're not getting paid great. You see? So I'm not sure if Whyte is being if the disrespect that everyone's saying. I'm not sure I would say that's disrespect. I think they're treating him as a challenger, and believe me, it wouldn't matter who it was unless you were like, and you really brought something to the table, like AJ, Deontay Wilder. You know, you gotta understand. You know, you gotta bring something to the table. And Whyte, for out there in Europe, he brings a lot to the table. Don't get me wrong, but he's not bringing the stuff to the table like what Deontay Wilder brings and what Anthony Joshua brings. Whyte is like an Andy Ruiz type fighter. Whyte is like a Chris Arreola type guy. You know, his name is known, but he hasn't bumped up to that next echelon yet. Now, if he goes in there and puts out a good showing against Fury, then yeah, he will definitely, to me, he'll be a notch above the Andy Ruizes and some of the Joseph Parkers and those guys. But right now, it's yet to be seen. He gets his first real opportunity. He gets a huge name, and really the best heavyweight fighter in the world right now. And we're going to see what happens. But I'm not sure about the disrespect, man. A lot of people are saying that. I can understand him being frustrated, but you can't watch what's in somebody else's pockets. People, these fighters have to stop doing that. Quit watching what he's making. Tyson Fury has done a complete 180 with his life and his career. You know, and people are buying into that. The whole thing about, you know, him being a gypsy and his culture, and you know, he's marketed himself well, and nobody can get mad at that. And Dillian Whyte needs to learn how to market himself better, man. You can't just keep running around being angry. No one's going to gravitate towards you. It just doesn't work like that, man. It's attitude and communication, in my opinion, the most important thing in this world. And after that, discipline and responsibility. But attitude and communication. And as far as communication, he's horrible, and his attitude is horrible. So, I mean, boom, you're out of there. So, you know, he just needs people to kind of mentor him properly and and to help marketing him better, and help him just to understand you're in a position, you don't like the position yet, so what you gonna do about it? Just get to work. So hopefully that him being reticent the last a couple months and not showing up to help promote the fight, that could come back to bite him, because that's a contractual obligation for him to help promote the fight, which he's not doing. So we'll see how all that plays out. But I personally think Dillian Whyte isn't being disrespected. And from what I've read, I get the things with the tickets. That, I'm not too sure about all that. I get the thing about not being 100% on if his money is available. Like, there's so many gray areas which, according to Frank Warren, the stuff that wasn't written in the contract for them to prove that his funds are available. So it seems to be a belief that his purse, the money he's guaranteed, isn't available. And he's fearing that he may not get paid, or get paid what they guaranteed him. So he just wants a peace of mind. Now, me, honestly, I don't see why they can't show proof that the funds are here, or I guess he wanted it transferred over to him. Or, I don't know what the holdup is. I try to look into that to understand the process for this fight, and I didn't see it. I don't know if he was supposed to get the money up front or not. There really wasn't much fidelity on that. But bottom line, I think Dillian Whyte and all these fighters need to stop chasing, stop worrying so much about all the money. And when they get an opportunity like this, do something about it. Go in there and win, and then the ball's in your court. But stop whining and just want someone to give you something, man. Now, don't get me wrong. He's fought everybody. I can understand his frustration with not getting a title shot. Now he has it. He's still pissed off. So that's my 2 cents, man. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Hey, shed some light on this, especially guys out there in Europe. A lot of times, man, the news that we get over here, even when I go out and read all the different articles and from boxing sites from all across the world, you still don't get all the details of things that are going on as you do it. You're actually living in that country, man. So if someone can shed some more light on it, please do it in the comments below. As always, shout out to all the veterans. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Appreciate your support, and I'm in the booth.